How's it going, everybody? This is Eddie, and welcome back to another Minecraft episode. We're in the flat world today, and I am a huge derp because I was doing some things to the videos on YouTube, and I accidentally deleted 4 of them. 3 of them I don't care about because one of them was uploaded today, so it was like kind of like I'll just upload it again tonight. And one of them, and then 2 of the other ones were old ones that no one was watching anyways. But one of them I really did care about, and that is the one about the maze. And I care because people were leaving comments, people were, you know, I posted something on the forums and people had replied to that, and I felt bad that now suddenly it was gone. And if people were looking at the video and said, oh, I want to use this in my adventure map, and they went back to it and it was gone, then that would be really crappy. So I'm re-recording, and I will post the links everywhere again. My apologies for that. I'm still fairly new to this whole YouTube thing, so yeah. Alright, so just like the first one, I'm going to show you what this maze is, and it is a maze that I would assume would most likely be implemented in an adventure map using lava, and the maze trail is hidden under here, and you have to get your person, or you know, the person playing your map has to get from one side to the other by placing blocks. Now obviously if you have them place something like sandstone, and they place blocks, let's see if I can find the right one, it's been a while, there we go, yeah. Now if they place a sandstone block, it doesn't matter where the trail is, and oh, I should explain, sorry, hold on, start over, never mind, 1 second. Okay, so this is our demonstration pool. It's only 1 deep, but let's pretend like it's really deep and you can't place blocks in it, alright? So if you come over here and you say, alright, let me get across, right, what are you going to do? You want to get from here to that furnace. You look backwards, stand backwards, and just place a block on the inside edge of the block you just placed, and just go down like that, right? So that's, you know, that's dumb. That's not helpful, and that's the only way to get across, but that's not, like, hard to do. But if you come over here and you say, alright, we're going to start on this furnace, right? So you turn backwards, you look up, you open up the furnace GUI, and you fall into the lava, and you burn. And the reason why you fall into lava is because if you're holding shift, right? This is probably easily demonstrated. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, now I can't see a thing. Let me try it like that. Alright, so if you do this, right, if you look, you're basically over the lava. And when you open up the Minecraft... Oh, I didn't do it that time. There we go. When you open up the GUI, then since you're basically in the lava, it makes you let go of shift and fall into the lava. So that's the idea. That is why you have these furnaces all around the edge here, so that no one can place anything. And people were pointing out in the comments of the first video that, well, then you could just place a block here and you could jump. Well, there's some fixes for that we discovered. Pretty simple fixes. One of them is put another row of furnaces, right? Because then no one can... 1 second. Yeah, whatever. It's facing the wrong way, but that's fine. So even if it was like this, wait a second. Yeah. So if it was like this all the way around, like that high furnaces right there, then the highest or lowest someone can put blocks is up there, and they're not gonna be able to make that jump. So that's one way to do it. And the other way to do it is kind of my favorite way, because it stops people from cheating on the maze, is if we raised this up 1 more. I guess you don't really have to, but yes you do. And then you put a bedrock ceiling, so that they can't. So even if they do cheat and place blocks anywhere in here, it's not going to help them. It's just going to hurt them because they can't squeeze in there. So that's that. And I do like that because if they did the maze and they got from, like, if this is the maze here, which we're going to be building on camera, if they're here, right, and they want to get over here, they could just jump technically, right, and they don't have to do the whole maze part. But if there's a too high bedrock ceiling, come on, I'm in creative mode, I could just fly, but so yeah, if there's a too high ceiling. I should also mention this map does not need MCedit. And they can't do that, right? Because they can't jump. So that's that. Turn Minecraft sounds off because of the lava. So yeah. Alright, so the next part of the maze is actually navigating the maze. So, like I said earlier, if you use normal blocks, right, once you place one block, then you can just do this thing again. And blah, 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 you know, go down the maze like that. And you no longer have to pay attention to the maze. So, you have to have them use a couple different choices. You could have them use, like, furnaces, crafting tables, dispensers. Note blocks is an interesting one. I use that for this one. I guess you could also have them use chests, but that would look a little funny. So, you know, we can just do furnaces for this one. And it's getting dark, but this lava is getting lighted up, so I think you'll be able to see. Alright, so I guess I never really finished explaining this. So, besides your path on the floor, there's going to be furnaces, or whatever you chose. I chose furnaces for this one. So that means that in this place, right, furnace under there, 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 right? And then, oh, no furnace under this one. There's just another block. So you can keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, nothing. Alright, let's go this way. Alright, good. Oh, nope, that wasn't it. I have all these mine carts in my inventory. No. Fell in. I would have died there if I was someone actually playing the map because I was going too fast. And continue this all the way. Now there is a problem because I don't have that... Oh, what the hell? Oh, there we go. I didn't even know how to do my own maze. So, if I can actually reach... I don't think I can. What I was trying to demonstrate was... There's one. Alright, I think if I just go down the line, right? Yeah, alright. So... can make that jump. So you could either do what I did in this one, which is space out the maze, so that there isn't too many places where they can make a jump, and if it is places, then it kind of disorients them because then they're kind of left surrounded by lava and they don't know which way to go. Or the other one is the ceiling option. So that wraps up the maze. If you think you know how to build that, or if you have MCedit, that makes it pretty easy, but you don't need MCedit, and I will show you how to build it. There are a couple of tricks because you're dealing with things that you can't place as blocks on. So it makes kind of setting, I think the hardest part is probably setting the lava down. So allow me to then, I made a smaller one here so the video should go by a little quicker. So let's do this. So I started it to save time, and I think this is all something everyone can do on their own. So what you have to do is you have to place a ring of furnaces, or 2 rings of furnaces if you want, if you're going to use the furnace trick without the bedrock ceiling, but I'm going to do the bedrock ceiling on this one. And your path. So I placed the path in gold, with a D at the end, gold, and then you have diamond as start and finish. So that's what you want to do first, okay? Alright, next you want to place, even with your path, wait, yeah, I put this ring of furnaces too low, sorry. Well, even with your path, either way, you want to put furnaces, or whichever you're going to use, crafting tables, note blocks. Note blocks don't have a good menu when they bring it up, so when they fail, they're actually just going to get this, right? When they're if they're right here, and they're like, oh, where do I go next? Oh, you can't hear it, but because I turned sounds off. But that's all they're going to get, so it kind of makes it safer for them. Doesn't make it as dangerous because that whole, you know, accidentally click on the GUI and fall down one, that whole thing. So I like to use something that has a GUI, and it seems like in the next, at the time of this recording, it seems like in the next updates of Minecraft they're kind of making wooden things that don't burn, like half labs, I think is one of them, something they're maybe planning on doing. So crafting table seems a little risky for forward compatibility because you don't know what's gonna, you don't know if they're gonna suddenly make it so that I'm just raising these furnace up one because I put them in the wrong spot. You don't want to make it so that all of a sudden the bottom of your maze burns out, because crafting tables can now burn. I don't know. Might not be a thing. Might be a thing. I don't know. So the next step is going to be, or for me actually, oh god, stop, damn furnaces, long grass. Next step is going to be for me to place these furnaces again. Sorry, I messed it up. Yeah, okay. Wait a second. Alright. And then we're going to need a gold block here. And here. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm also new to the Minecraft forums, so I'm going to be placing this one, posting or linking this video in the old thread that I started about this, and then also in a new one because I have some other videos to go along with it that have to do with adventure maps. So I hope that's not against the rules, posting it in two places, but I don't want to leave the people going back to the old thread hanging, but I do want to put it in a new place. That's kind of my thought. Okay. Enough about that though. Next we are going to start, use dirt. Alright. Next we're going to fill it with lava. So, if you're just doing this in creative, if you're doing this with MCedit, all you gotta do is like select from this gold block to that gold block. I'm not very good at it, but if you're good at it, then just do that, and then obviously just fill it with lava. And then what you're gonna need to do is either add the wall or a second row of furnaces. And if you're gonna do second, yeah, I think I already went over that. So if you're doing this in creative mode, the first thing you're going to want to do is fill the entire thing with dirt. Yes, fill the entire thing with dirt. It's been a while since I recorded the first one, so. And basically this dirt is going to be the block that you place your lava on, and then you're going to go row by row, and then it gets a little tricky because in the last row, it gets tricky towards the end because you're gonna have lava on one side and furnaces on the other. So I came up with a good way to do that. And now that I'm thinking about it, though, I can't remember what it was. So it'll be a learning experience for all of us. All right. So first things first, delete that row and then place lava down the entire thing. Delete the next row and place lava. Sorry, that fire is really annoying. Sorry. If you're building this in survival mode, I don't know why you would. You're probably going to die a lot while doing this. At least I would if I was doing this. It's not resettable. Like once you place this, right, like over here, right, you place this, right, if you're going to take it up again, then it's going to be pretty obvious because this whole thing with the lava flowing to that spot. So actually really bugs me. Gotta fix that. Come on. Oh no, it's this one. There we go. So yeah, as far as survival mode goes, I'm not sure of too many uses besides potentially like a really elaborate prank on a server or something like that. Wow, I actually would love to see that executed. Not going to do it on my server though. If you happen to know my server, which you probably haven't yet because there's not a whole lot of stuff on the channel about it. Anyways, so I thought I was going to do this off camera, but I'm kind of done already. So it was a big pain doing it in that huge maze. So it hasn't oh yes it did, it just happened. Good. Okay, so I missed one, right? So the way you do this is you build out to it and you fill it, right? with dirt, and then obviously you're going to need to fill in the next one from what you just put a dirt block in, and again here. So you want to catch those as early as possible, so you're not like pillaring horizontally out all the way back here and then filling it in, and yeah, just for if you're building it, you have a problem. Obviously this maze sucks. It's because I was trying to make it really small so that I wouldn't have to do this entire process over again, because like I said, I already done this once. Freaking derp. I was trying to delete one video that I uploaded that like I got interrupted when I uploaded. Oh no! Ah! And I accidentally didn't realize I had more checked in the video manager on YouTube, so it was like, do you want to delete these 4 videos? Like, yeah, derp. Just clicked yes. Just assumed I was right. Anyways, how did I do this? I can't remember at all. I'm actually going to stop recording while I think about this, because, see, the problem is right here. Oh, wait. Well, on this one, it's pretty easy. If I break this, I can place there. Oh yeah. This is a better way to do it. So just do what I just did, going along the row, and then like replace one of these furnaces at the end with dirt temporarily, or whatever you're gonna use, and do it like this. Now obviously there's gold under there, so I could just place it here like that, but if you didn't have gold under the last spot, you could do that, and then all you'd have to do is replace, oh come on, there we go, replace the dirt with a furnace again. Alright, so technically this maze is ready to go, but I have some problems. Let's get the creeper one, why not? Get a little crazy using the creeper block. What are you gonna do about it? Anyways, Eddie, you're so weird. I know. Anyways, so like I said, I'm gonna do the 2-high wall, leaving some. Oops, not that. Or the sorry, the bedrock ceiling. 2-high wall. No, not the 2-high wall. That's like the opposite of what I was gonna do. That's what I said I wasn't gonna do. So I'm gonna set up the ceiling off camera to keep the video shorter, and I will get back to you when I'm done. Alright guys, it's a little cramped, but it works, and I've done the ceiling, and I've added a little chest of goodies at the end, and I'm going to use crafting tables. And this one I use furnace, this one I use note blocks, this one I'm going to use crafting tables. And the reason why I'm going to use crafting tables is because, just like note blocks, as I discovered here in a video that is also potentially going to be in this post, if you're coming from the forums, if you're not coming from the forums, if you're just coming from YouTube, it's going to be on my channel. Oh wait, it's not going to be in this post, isn't it? It's going to be in a different... forget it. Never mind. Point is, chests, no, but normal blocks, no, but wooden objects that are like special, like crafting tables and note blocks, they burn, but they don't break when they burn. Like, they don't burn up, you know, like the fire doesn't burn them. Like, if you burn a piece of wood, right, then it burns down the tree, or if you burn a tree, it burns on the tree, you know, right? But they don't burn it down, it just catches on fire. So if you're building it with note blocks and crafting tables, and probably some other ones that I didn't know about, then you're going to get this effect while you're building. Things are going to be catching on fire all around you, so it kind of adds a layer of intensity, because you kind of have to go quickly, or else your block might catch on fire, and you can't really go backwards because you're going to get caught on fire. So that's why I'm going to use crafting tables, and let's do this. I think it was the first one was diagonal. Yeah, okay. Oh, not that way, must be this way. And oh, I actually have no recollection of what I did with this, because I just did it so randomly. I was really pissed I had to do this video again. Now obviously I think I can jump to that, but I don't think that's how the maze goes. No, it's not. Yeah. What? Diagonal? Wait, must have gone down the wrong path. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. There we go. Dead bush, just like the other one. Dead bush. Yay! And it's catch on fire. Alright, so hopefully this video has not been too long. I thought it was going to be worse than it was, because the first time I recorded this, it was kind of like a major deal doing this video, because I did this whole thing with that lava and the dirt and everything like that. This one I did a little dinky one, and oh, I don't know if Fraps picked that up. Sorry, AVG is yelling at me to restart for an update, and I keep pressing postpone, 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 because every time it asks, I'm in the middle of something. It never pops up in transition. So sorry about that if you saw that, and if not, then I'm not sorry. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, I'd love to see some support. Just like the other video, I have so far been able to get back to everyone in the comment section about questions or anything like that. And I've also kind of gotten into the habits of the Minecraft forums, but I'm not as good as that because I'm not someone who's able to keep up with forums too much. So if you're trying to get in touch with me, most likely the comment section of the video is better. But you know, still post on the forums if that's what you like to do. I will check it most likely, and feel free to use this in any of your maps. And luckily, I'll be able to make this announcement in the video. I've learned from last time. So I've been doing a couple of things for adventure maps, a couple of videos for things about it, to put in adventure maps and stuff like that. And if you choose to use any of them, which is perfectly fine, if you'd like, I would advertise your video for you in the description of this video, in a list of maps that use this in it. So, you know, for this one about the maze, if you use the maze, if you do one about some of my other videos, like the trap with the rapid fire dispenser, you know, tell me, and in the description of that one, I'll say these maps use, you know, rapid fire dispenser in this video, and that kind of a thing. So, you know, you get some free advertising for your map, and other people get to see that it's in, you know, it in use. So, yeah. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next episode.